My name, I'm Joseph. I'm 67, so I was told I had prostate cancer. Journey of my treatment started in 2015 when I went for a routine blood test. And my PSA was found to be 19.7. Was referred to do a biopsy. And of course, a month later, it was confirmed to be prostate cancer. It was a huge bomb. I felt as if a carpet had been pulled under my feet because I knew nothing about prostate, I knew nothing about PSA, I only heard of cancer. One thing led to another. I was booked to have a surgery on 28th of August. So one thing led to another. I found myself in the hospital on the 26th of August at noon time. The moment I entered, they served me the hospital lunch and asked me to change my clothes. So that was when I felt I was sick, I suppose. So for 2 nights in the hospital, I could not sleep well because of the ward. I think it was a very busy ward and the aircon was not working, and they came to see me every now and then. But on the 28th of very early, I was scheduled to be the second, so the first one withdrew, so I was put in front. So that was okay. I didn't mind it. I put it in front and I wanted to get over with it. So about 6 p.m., Mr. Joseph, the surgery is over. That was the next thing I heard. It was a huge relief. But then that relief didn't last a long time because later, very soon, I found my body full of tubes. One on the neck, one urethra, is it? Urethra, arms, both arms, and a tube to drain out the liquid. So I was covered with tubes all over. So that first night, you can imagine how I slept because I was in the ICU after that, and they came to check me every half an hour. So no sleep. They warded me for 10 days in the hospital, and I actually didn't feel sick at all. I didn't feel sick. I was just inconvenienced. And I really, one thing that I missed was my own bed. I couldn't turn. It was all tubes all over me. Although I started walking around the hospital, I didn't know where I was. The second day, I could already walk around the hospital. It was nothing bad about it. It was okay. You know, the anticipation and all these things that people were saying frightened me a lot. I did. I asked the doctor if I could sort of wait until a later time. But then they said, no, my prostate cancer was aggressive. This prostate cancer has awakened me to the awareness that life is so short and I haven't done much. I don't know. I think that my advice to this new cancer patient is to not to be too worried about this prostate cancer, and it is more also to the caregivers, not to frighten. I was more frightened by my caregivers and friends and people around me rather than by the real cancer, you know.